Imagine a time 13.8 billion years ago when nothing existed. No stars, no planets, not even light. The entire universe was compressed into a single point, smaller than an atom. Then, in an instant, everything changed. Welcome to the story of how the universe began. In this first episode, we're going to dive into the most incredible event in the history of everything, the Big Bang. Buckle up because we're about to take a journey back to the very beginning of time itself. Over 13.8 billion years ago, our universe began with an event so extraordinary that it defies imagination, the Big Bang. Despite its name, the Big Bang wasn't an explosion in space. Rather, it was an expansion of space itself. Before this moment, there was no space, no time, and no matter. Everything we know today, every galaxy, star, planet, and even you, came from that singularity. The universe began as a hot, dense point, a singularity where all the mass and energy of the entire cosmos were packed into an infinitely small space. Then, about 13.8 billion years ago, it suddenly began to expand. This wasn't an explosion in the traditional sense. It was more like the universe stretching and growing, increasing in size at an astonishing rate. This period of rapid expansion is called inflation, and it happened incredibly fast. Faster than the speed of light. As the universe expanded, it also cooled down. In the first few moments, temperatures were so high that atoms couldn't form, and matter existed as a soup of energy and particles. But soon the universe cooled enough for these particles to combine and form the building blocks of matter, protons, neutrons, and electrons. These tiny particles would go on to create everything we know today. At around 3 minutes after the Big Bang, the universe cooled enough for atoms to form. Hydrogen, the most basic element, became the first atoms in the universe. For the next several 100,000 years, the universe was still hot and dense, but it was now filled with clouds of hydrogen and helium, the raw materials from which everything else would eventually be made. Fast forward to around 380,000 years after the Big Bang, and the universe cooled to the point where light could finally travel freely through space. Before this time, the universe was opaque, a fog of particles. But now, the first photons of light were able to escape, creating what we call the cosmic microwave background, an ancient glow that still exists today, a faint but persistent reminder of the Big Bang. Over the next billions of years, gravity began to work its magic. It pulled hydrogen and helium gas together, forming the first stars and galaxies. These stars began to burn, creating the heavier elements necessary for planets and life to form. And just like that, the cosmos that we now observe, filled with galaxies, stars, and planets, began to take shape. And that, in a nutshell, is the Big Bang, the birth of everything to singularity, followed by rapid expansion, cooling, and the formation of the matter and energy that make up the universe today. But this is just the beginning. In the next episode, we'll explore what happened after the Big Bang, how galaxies began to form, and the cosmic giants that would go on to shape the universe. So, don't miss it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the origin of the universe, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode of the story of everything. Until next time, keep wondering about the universe and the incredible journey we're all a part of.